These people are going to have a lot of power over your life. You probably won't recognise some of them, or all of them. But now they're all part of Andy Burnham's top team, which is called the Cabinet. That means they could make decisions that could pretty much affect everything in your life. The taxes you have to pay, and what benefits you could receive, to wider things like how the UK gets on with the rest of the world. So this is important. These are the first public decisions we're seeing from the new Prime Minister. So I've gathered BBC experts to give their take on what these appointments mean.
After much hype and speculation, we have the same Home Secretary as we had this time last week, Shabana Mahmood. She won't have to get her head around unfamiliar policy. One of the issues at the top of her in tray is likely to be migration. If we look at the figures, net migration, the difference between the number of people coming and going out of the country, is the lowest it has been since 2012, excluding the pandemic. Andy Burnham, the new Prime Minister, has said he wants it to fall even further. So she will be under pressure to make that happen. Sources close to her have said that she has the determination to do this, and it's something she's working very hard on to achieve. Now, Andy Burnham has also said he wants to get the balance right, and one policy that is under question is Shabana Mahmood's plans to increase the amount of time migrants in the UK have to stay here to get settled status. She wants to increase that time from 5 years to 10 years. But there has been wide opposition from the Labour Party, many MPs describing it to me as being un-British. Will Andy Burnham stick to that proposal, or is it something he may change?
John Healey, bit of a surprise, I think, given some of the reporting over the weekend, but it really shouldn't have been. This is a former Treasury Minister for half a decade under Gordon Brown from 2002 to 2007, who kind of really specialised in that issue of decentralisation, devolution, giving power to regions under a previous era's model of that policy called the Regional Development Agencies. He'll be in the Treasury with the bean counters trying to work out a policy, not just the giveaway to help people with the cost of living, but we're told that that will be fully funded too. So some sort of takeaway, some spending reprioritised, or potentially some tax rise elsewhere. And I think that will be an important clue as to this government's trade-offs when push comes to shove. Above all, I think he'll be seen as a fairly safe pair of hands who knows his economics, but when you want to say that you want a 10-year long-term plan, that's easier to say than to actually carry out.
Now, in his long political career, Andy Burnham's never shown that much interest in foreign policy, but now he's Prime Minister, it's going to show an interest in him. Now, of course, Andy Burnham won't be doing all of this on his own, and we do now know his two key foreign policy appointments. His Foreign Secretary is Ed Miliband, his Defence Secretary is Wes Streeting. Now, Ed Miliband doesn't have a huge pedigree in foreign affairs. He was a Shadow Development Secretary, and as Climate Energy Secretary, he's travelled the world, gone to lots of conferences, but he's going to have to get up to speed really quickly. But he does have a reputation as a very smart, ambitious and hard-working minister, so people do feel he could be a good man for the job. As for Wes Streeting, now that's a really interesting appointment. Mr. Streeting was potentially a leadership rival to Andy Burnham. He stepped aside and he's been given a high-profile but very challenging brief. Wes Streeting has not got a background in defence, but he does again have a reputation for being hard-working, capable and really ambitious. And I think we can see from his appointment just how seriously they're going to be taking defence and what a big issue it's going to be for the next few years.